There we go. Don't fall over this time. Good morning, and welcome to another edition of Wake and Bake, your win recap / morning talk show. I'm your host, Joey Blaze. Just looking to build an audience right now, so wait to get some people involved. It's a busy Monday morning here in the 4-state region. Everybody getting back on their work week commute and getting ready for a nice long week ahead before we play some ball this weekend. Appreciate all of you for tuning in. We got about 4 viewers, so let me get about one more. Can we get one more, or are we going to go down? Let me see. It depends. We might as well start the show. Anyways, anyhow, anywho, let's take a look at the results of this past weekend. Starting off, and if anybody is trying to call in, let me know. Starting off with the 9 a.m. game, it was Broad Axe Pure Chaos. Broad Axe victorious, 26-6. Boy, that score's popping up a lot. I don't know what's going on with that. I never seen 26-6 so much in my life. But that was the margin of victory. Broad Axe victorious. Chaos. We'll talk about them more in the power ranking whenever we do this show. We'll talk about that, but in the end, they just didn't have enough in that game. Broad Axe is just too good. And as they should. This should have been a Broad Axe victory, and it was. Second game of the day. Showtime 33, Ruckus nothing. Yikes. This got called at the start of the fourth quarter, with Showtime winning by 30. The mercy rule was applied. Ruckus just was obliterated. This is the largest margin of defeat for Ruckus in a year and a half. Their last loss this bad was 31-0 to ADR in the spring of 2019. Their only other loss that's that bad too was 28-0 to TBT in the Summer Sizzler. Man, Ruckus can't seem to guard Chris Boone, can they? Something's up with that. Someone's got to look into that stat. Third game of the day. And we're not done with Ruckus yet. There's still more Ruckus to go. Third game of the day. Misfits over Program, 13-6. Surprising score, but some things just kept the Program in that game. I mean, a couple missed calls, a couple bad calls. I'm going to go over the film and watch it later today. Today's film day for me, so I'll get a chance to see what went down. Sloppy ass game. Travis, you right. That was ugly. 13-6 was the final, which, not the score I think a lot of us expected. I think a lot of us thought the Misfits were going to give it to the Program and blow them out, but not exactly the game the Misfits wanted. But, they'll bounce back. They'll be fine. Program, this is a nice confidence booster. They kind of needed it to have this kind of a game. We'll see where that goes with them when we talk about the stuff later in the week. Fourth game of the day, it was Warriors over Ruckus, 20-0. Warriors started out slow in this game and then got better as it went along. Ruckus just couldn't hang with them. Warriors had too much talent, and even without Clancy, they showed they could move the ball. And the final game of the day, Warriors 22, X-Dogs 8. We are at a weird time right now. X-Dogs are 0-2 to start the season, and they've been blown out in both games on terms of final score. From what I heard, though, the Warriors game was actually a close one. It's just like Foster had a run at the end to make it 2-score, so can't really count that against them, but not looking good for the Dogs at the moment. And the Warriors 4-0, best start in franchise history. We'll see where it goes. We'll have the power rankings as well as predictions for the next week on looking like Wednesday night, because Game 7 of the Western Conference semis is tomorrow night, and there is a game clincher for hockey tonight. Though I don't know. I don't know if the Stanley Cup would start immediately or not. I think the Stanley Cup is still unresolved. So I don't think there's any sports Wednesday. I'll have a final answer Probably at the end of tonight. I'm still not sure what night I want to do yet. I'm still thinking about it. Other games in the 4-state. Keystone, 2 games this past weekend. Thinking. Sorry, I'm really tired. That damn Rams-Cowboys game was going on way too long last night. If anybody wants to call in, by the way, and talk some football, let me know. I'm here till I finish whatever I have to say. But I'm going to finish counting real quick. So, next week's schedule, I know we got Pure Chaos Spartans. I think the X-Dogs play the second game against somebody. No, X-Dogs have Misfits. So X-Dogs need to get good fast. They need Brady and Kinsler Trey. They really do. And they're going to especially need them against Misfits. Broad Axe Ruckus. And then the final game of the day. Ooh, I'm trying to remember. I was trying to remember on the top of my head. I looked at the schedule like one time. Now I'm just speculating based on what I remember. I think it's a program game against Showtime. Yeah, program Showtime is the final game of the day. So that's the schedule for County this weekend. Other events that went on Saturday. I went to a semi-pro game. Franklin County Tigers once again got a chance to cover them. They fell to the DMV Jags 24-0. Ugly game. Tigers just couldn't get anything going at all. 4 interceptions, 5 turnovers. Sloppy mess of a game for the Tigers. I'll be back for semi-pro next Saturday night for the Brunswick Railroaders as they take on the Richmond Jets. We'll have that game live here on Joey Blaze at 6:30 p.m. That's what's going on. 5 games next Saturday. Wow. I got 5. Woo! Busy day. We'll be going from 9 till 9. Got a little break in between. I'll stop home after the Showtime program game, watch a little Notre Dame, and then I'll ride over and catch the Railroaders in action. Should be a fun Saturday ahead. Let's take a look at last Sunday, though, in Keystone. Beginning with the... and I haven't forgotten about OMFFL yet. I'm working my way to it. Let's start out with Keystone with the results there. It was Reckless Villains, I believe, winning 36-13 over the Killer Bees. That game was close early on, but the Villains just blew them out in the second half. Just absolutely annihilated them. It just wasn't close. And right now, looking good for the Villains. We'll have more on that on Keystone Corner on whatever night I choose. In the second game of the day, Green Machine, defeated the Browns 12-6 in overtime. We'll make note of that as well at Keystone Corner. That game has some controversy to it. It was a lot of good plays, a lot of physicality. We'll talk about that more Tuesday or Wednesday night. We'll see. Like I said, it all depends on if there's no sports Wednesday, which right now, I don't know. I might do it Tuesday. I want to do it Tuesday. It depends. I'll figure it out. I'm still uncertain because part of me also wants to watch Game 7 of Clippers Nuggets out of curiosity. I'm a Lakers fan, so that game interests me a lot. So I don't want to really miss it. It's also been a kind of a pain in the ass about scheduling these shows. Is I've been scheduling them the opposite nights the Lakers play, so that way I don't run into the Lakers game. So tomorrow night could be catered to the Clippers. Could just do it Wednesday. If there's no sports Wednesday, it's a guarantee I'm doing it Wednesday. I feel like either way I'm going to do it. I just got to figure out when. We'll finally finish this off with OMFFL real quick. I attended 3 games. I know the results of 4. I know a couple teams won, but here's what I got off the top of my head. First game I did, Thunderbirds 12, AFN 7. What a game. Jesus. What a game. That was a fucking fight. Almost literally. AFN Birds were going at it the whole time. It was chippy, both sides. played some good physical ball against each other, and in the very end, it came down to the final play of the game. Wild finish, great game. I'm going to have it up on YouTube. AFN Thunderbirds, stunning upset. Thunderbirds beat the affiliates. Tell you, they're getting better. Thunderbirds might be getting better. That little Hawks-Chargers merger is starting to work out a little bit. And we're about, I was talking about it back at Worlds too. They have something coming. We'll see. They're going to get better. Second game of the day, Renegades beat AFN 7-0. Another defensive battle. AFN has played a tough schedule up to this point, but there were a lot of close games. I mean, the blowout win over the Titans wasn't really a blowout. It was they pulled away late kind of deal. Titans actually had the lead toward the end of that game before AFN scored on a Tay Sosa option run. And so, really, they could easily be 1-5 right now. But they sit at 2-4 instead. We'll see where it bears with them come October. Not counting out AFN yet, but struggle of a Sunday. Third game of the day. And that's Renegades, by the way. Renegades is playing really well right now. They have carried their momentum from last year into this year. They look legit. Can't wait to see them in action more as we get closer and closer to Nationals. These next couple months are going to be interesting to see how that team looks at the end of the season. Because right now, they look straight up fire. They look good. And then the final play of the day, or game of the day. Sorry, I can't talk to save my life. Scorpions Rampage, the game of the week. This was like that LSU Alabama game from a couple years ago. Well, like 10 years ago, where the defenses just weren't letting the offenses get anything. The one that ended up at 9-6. It was kind of like that. That's what it reminded me of. Just two physical, tough defenses, not giving up a single thing to the offense and playing hard to the very end until Travis Hale broke it open. What an ending. Middle of the end zone, up in the air, came down with it. Two bodies around him. What a play. What a finish. What a way to end the weekend. It was awesome. It was amazing. Freaking great bomb-ass game. If you haven't watched it, go back and watch it. Watch the replay. Shit was sick, man. Shit was sick. That play is a highlight. That's Tyler would yell. That's a highlight. That's a highlight. And to make it worse for Rampage, they followed it up with a loss to Titans, 15-12. A lot of talk about that game. Sad I missed it. I left after the Scorps Rampage game because I wanted to get to some football. You know, I wanted to relax a little bit. It's week one. I didn't watch much NFL last year. I was working a lot on Sundays, so I wanted to take as much time as I can to watch this year. I'm kind of on a sports kick right now. Wish I stuck around longer. Love going to OMFFL. Hell of a league. A lot of great teams. A lot of great talent. We will be back in... We'll see. I'm thinking October 4th. For my next date, that's what I'm thinking. This weekend, TBT has a game in Shippensburg. And we have two games, actually. We have Browns and the Bees. That should be a fun one. Browns look better. Bees... Bees at least scored. I think their offense put a fight this time. It should be good. I'm looking forward to it. God, is it the weekend yet, guys? Is it the weekend yet? Did we just literally finish it? Is it really over already? Are we really back to Monday? Damn. What that means? It means we gotta get our asses to work. And so do I. So until showtime, not the team, like literally the show. I'm Joey Blaze. We'll have the games up later in the week. Tuesday or Wednesday night, we'll have a show. Don't know when. Don't know by the end of tonight. So until then, see you soon.